Hi mate, I am Rina and welcome to Books and Coffee, the only things in it. Okay, this time we're gonna talk about a book. It is actually one of my favorite books. Think that I say about all the books I read, but hey. Okay, this book, it is called The Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. It is an awesome book that I am crazy about it and I will read it countless times if I could. Okay, let's get to the books. The action happened in 17th or 18th century. It is that type of books with an old kind of writing with gentlemen and ladies and that kind of things, because of course it's a classic. Okay, so in the book is talking about Pip, who is the protagonist, and his life story. From an orphan boy who is the best friend and the brother-in-law of a blacksmith to a respected gentleman. He was raised by his sister, which raised him by palms, which meant that she kicked his ass often. Okay, so one day when the young 7-year-old Pip was at his parents' grave, he met this escaped prisoner who scared the hell out of him and made a little Pip brought him food and some bourbon, I think. After that, the young boy tried to forget that I think that he failed. I mean, come on, I am still scared about a spider like this little, which I saw in a corner of my bedroom 1 week ago, and he needs to forget that he saw an escaped prisoner who turned his world around and scared him to death in one lifetime. I mean, if he was me, I will not forget that thing in this lifetime, in the next lifetime, in the all lifetimes that will come after this. Okay, so let's get back to the subject. Okay, the novel continues with Pip meeting Mrs. Evesham. Okay, a very, 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 did I mention very, rich lady from his village, which proposed him to play to her house. Pip actually found out that there was a girl, Estella, a beautiful young lady who was gracious and girly and very ladylike and very mean and arrogant. I mean, come on, Pip, you can't deal girls. No one can, honestly. Not even girls can deal with girls. I mean, no one can. Just stop trying. Okay. So, of course, he think that she was the most beautiful girl she ever saw. Of course. And after some time that Pip came quite often to Mrs. Evesham's house, she called for Joe, the blacksmith, to tell him that Pip's services are over and he could take him and make him a blacksmith as he ever wants. Yay. Deep down, actually, Pip knew that he doesn't want to be a blacksmith because, of course, he wanted to impressed Estella, and not just because he doesn't feel himself anymore. He wanted to be a gentleman. He wanted to be like that. Not just because of Estella, just because he just don't feel anymore like he felt. So, but of course, he never made it that to Joe because Pip knew that this thing will hurt Joe very much. I mean, come on. You find out that your best friend doesn't want to be with you anymore and to do things you like to do. This would hurt me too. I mean, come on. Okay, but one day, some gentleman named Jaggers, who is actually a very important person in London and Mrs. Avisham lawyer, came to his house and said that some anonymous, mysterious protector want to make him a gentleman and give him a lot of money because, of course, you can't be a gentleman in the 18th century without money. And make his great expectations true. Okay, all fun and beautiful, but let's talk a little about that protector. Come on, Pip thought that it was Mrs. Evisham. I personally thought that it was Mrs. Evisham. I think everyone who read the book thought that the protector was Mrs. Evisham. I mean, come on, it's the most obvious thing. I found out that it's not Mrs. Evisham, but another thing to discuss about. Okay, so he packed his things and moved to London, where he forgot about Joe, his sick sister, because his sister got sick in the time after a mysterious attack. Whatever. Not important. And all his friends and his village and actually all his ex-life. I mean, he moved to London and it was, I forgot all the things that happened to me and I am a new person. Yeah. This part of the books is a little weird to me because, I mean, come on. Some guy that you never saw in your life come to you and say, you know, some human being that you don't know or he doesn't want you to know. I mean, this is weird. You need to think a little before you do this and say, so this human being that you never saw came to you and said, oh, I would give you a lot of money, I will make you a gentleman, and you need to move to a town that you never saw. And leave your old family and friends and life back. Okay, and you accepted. Very smart, Pip. Very smart. Okay, so, after sometimes when he already was in London, Joe came to see him. Thing that Pip wasn't so happy about, because he thought that the blacksmith will embarrass him, thing that he actually did. But come on, a blacksmith in London where was full of gentlemen? Come on. By the way, he actually come not to particularly see Pip, but because Mrs. Avisham has a message for him, still was back to make it clear. That time when he goes to say goodbye to Mrs. Avisham and Stella before he moved to London, Stella was gone to study in some other country. Whatever, unimportant. But now she's back, more stunning and beautiful and gentle than ever. And when he saw her, he knew that she's the love of his life, and he's in love for his entire life. And of course, get after her again and again and again and again. Okay, now I realize that I'm talking a little too much. So, to make the long story short, he became a respected gentleman with a very good-hearted best friend, Herbert, and a broken heart. Yeah, because Estella was about to marry a coward. Sorry, but I just can't deal with this guy. Drama. Yeah. I really don't understand her, but that's actually the point of the book. We're gonna talk about that later. So she was about to marry Drummel, and this thing is of course break Pip's heart. Sorry, Pip. But that wasn't the worst thing in his life. When he found out who was the really and the actual protector, his world just fell apart. I'm not gonna say who the protector was, but trust me, I was shocked. I mean, from all the things that I ever imagined, that was not in the plan. It was coming from nowhere. It's like, what's happening? Okay, I don't want to say who the protector is, because I think this is actually the best part of the book, when you find out who he is and what's happening with all his life, because the actually book is like a roller coaster, because he's going from this down, from a let's not call it miserable life, but not very much things, and blacksmith in a little village, not the best life that you can have. Okay, so it's like this down to this high, a gentleman in London with a lot of money, blah 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 blah. And then this Estella dumped him, broke his heart. This down, find out who the protector is. And a lot of other things that I want you to discover when you're gonna read the book. Okay, now let's talk about the actual book. I love that it's a romance, because I love love. I love love. And romance are something that you can relate to, because everyone wants one in a lifetime a romance in their life. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want a prince or a gentleman to come and put a spell on you? Come on. And okay, but the most I actually appreciate how the author put in the light the power of money and how addictive they are. Because Pip, from having nothing, when he saw himself with that lot of money, he started spend them unconsciously. So yeah, and let's not forget about Estella, who married to the Drummel, who I told you that he's a coward, because he's a coward. Come on, you're gonna read the book, you're gonna say the things that I said, trust me. But I think that Dromel is the most rich young gentleman in England at that time. And yeah, of course, she married him in the final. Yeah. And it is a very powerful book, a very entertaining. It keeps you addicted to the book, because, as I say, it's like a roller coaster. It's not like a normal romance, which is like a line. I mean, most of the romances are like a line. You know that you are the protagonist is a girl, mostly, who is poor or a lady, but with not success in love, and these stunning gentlemen come, and out of all the girls in the world, they fall in love with her. I don't know how that happened. I tried. Doesn't happen to me. Well, we are not in the book. But this book, as I say, is like a roller coaster. It's come from its sort very bad situations. Blacksmith in the little village, not lots of money, eating butter and bread at dinner, and then you're going to Mrs. Avisham time when she eat one meal of a day, very good with steak and beer. I mean, come on, who gives beer to a 7-year-old boy? That was something that blow my mind, but okay, accepted. Then the gentleman time with a lot of money and fun, and broke heart time, that like low, a little higher, very high, and again low, and the discover of protector, very low, and other things that you're gonna read, very, very low. And then something's happened that get him higher again, and you will see it. I will not say it because again, that final is the best part of the book, and I want you to feel it yourself, not by my words. So this was the thing for today. Thank you for looking at me. And hey, drink coffee because it's not that bad as doctors say, trust me. And read a book. Bye!